Hey guys, what's up? It's Cam here, and normally I'll be playing you a song, but I don't want to do that today. I want to rant a little bit, because what's been on my mind is the music industry. And the thing that me and I know most of my subscribers to this channel, a lot of YouTube friends out there, I know we love music and we follow it, obsessively, you know. And man, that's been my life for a long time, just following music obsessively and just feeling like that was almost all that I cared about. Um, but probably something started happening a couple of years ago. Um, it's what I call the devaluation of music as a product. And I know that sounds really cold, but let me tell you how this started for me. I went to Best Buy one day, Best Buy the store, and I hadn't been there for a while. It'd been like maybe a couple years since I'd been there. But I went there one day, and I wasn't going there for music, man. I was going there for something else. I forget what, but I just happened to look over at the CDs, and I noticed that the CDs were just like this little tiny area at Best Buy, just like this little tiny, I don't know, 6 by 6 area. I mean, not very big, maybe 10 by 10, with a few, shelves for CDs. And man, I remember not even like 5 years ago, the CDs at Best Buy took up the whole center of that store. And this place is big, man. It's like a warehouse in there. But the CDs took up all that room. And just in a matter of like 5 years, they've been like shoved into just this little corner. And what does that tell me? Okay, well that tells me I'm not the smartest, I'm not the sharpest tool in the box, but I'm not an idiot either. And what that tells me is, music's not selling. It's not selling like it used to. And obviously, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out why. I mean, it's because of the internet. If you consider that people can get on the internet, they can go to YouTube, they can type in any song they want, and boom, they can hear it. Not only can they hear it, but they can hear it by the original artist, they can hear the video, they can hear and see, I should say, because it's YouTube, a live version of that song by the artist, several live versions of that song by the artist, and tons of covers by unknown people like you and me who have covered that song. So they got so many options just on YouTube alone, and it's all free. Okay, that's just YouTube. We're not even counting all the illegal downloading that goes on the internet. Because let's face it, man, hardly nobody's paying for MP3s. Okay, everybody's downloading them for free. I mean, that's just how it is. Yeah, you could say that music as a whole is on an honor system right now. You ever seen those farmers markets? You ever see those farmers who put like little carts in their front yard that has a sign that says honor system, and there's like a little can, and you're supposed to leave like $1 when you take a couple of tomatoes? Music as a whole is on an honor system right now. They have to trust that you're going to do the right thing and not just download your music for free. They have to trust that you're actually going to pay for it. That's cool, but most people are not going to pay for it. Okay? People who would never steal a CD out of a store have no problem at all just downloading music for free. And you know what? I don't blame them. I'm not mad. That's just where we're at right now in history. This stuff, it's just, and the perception of it is, it's just not valued as something that's worth money. People feel like they should be able to get it for free. The perception is this should be free. I mean, if you can go on YouTube and you can listen to anything you want, and you can go to all these sites and hear music streaming for free, and you can download it for free even though you're not supposed to, you can still do it and you're not going to get in trouble. I mean, there's just a perception there that you don't need to pay for that product. I mean, and as a result, you see stores like Best Buy, who used to have the whole center of their store filled with music, now it's been pushed into a little corner. Now, okay, me as an artist, taking this all in, what does it do for me? It's depressing to me. It's kind of depressing for me because in my mind, my dream forever has been like, I want to make money playing music. That's what I want to do. That's where it's at for me. And I feel like God put me on this earth to make music, you know, and that's what I thought. But you know, when you start looking at everything, it starts to escape my grasp how it's possible to make a living with music. You know, I don't see it. I'm just not seeing it. So, you know, I go back to school, you know, and I don't go back to school for music theory because I know a lot of music theory, and I didn't feel like that's what I needed to go back to school for. I went back to school for business because I wanted to learn some things about how to sell music. What can I do to still have a career in music? What can I do to make this, to keep my dream alive? You know, and the farther I get into business, you know, the more bleak I see it is. I just see the signs more clearly of what I just thought before. Here's an example. Take your professional artists that play music full time and get paid. Take your Dave Matthews Band. Take your Pink Floyd. Take your big time artists, Pearl Jam. Some of the not so known, Alien Ant Farm. Not so known artists, country artists. Whatever. Take your big ones and look at their touring schedules. Okay. Look at how bands that used to tour a third of the year, just a third of the year, 3 or 4 months out of the year they tour. Okay, now they're touring 2/3 out of the year. Why, over the last 3 or 4 years, have they bumped up their touring so much? It's obvious. Come on, man, it's obvious why they've done that. Because they're compensating for a lack of record sales. No one's buying their music. Man, you're talking about an artist who spends $100,000 making a record at a top-notch studio, then spends a ton more money on a video to promote it, and no one's buying it. They all are downloading it for nothing, and they're all watching the videos for free on YouTube. They're not making any money, so they're touring more. They're trying to sell t-shirts, and also you're noticing more commercials with artists on the commercials that you never thought those artists did commercials before. I mean, man, I heard 50 Cent doing a radio commercial for 5 Hour Energy the other day, or some kind of a similar product. 5 Hour Energy. It's 50 Cent, you know what I mean? Hardcore New York rapper, all of a sudden he's doing a 5 Hour Energy commercial. Why? Why is he doing that? Why is he compromising his value? Okay, I'll tell you why. He's making money off of licensing. Why are they doing that? They're making money off of licensing, they're making money off of touring, they're making money off of merchandising, because they can't make money off of record sales anymore. That's why. So, now I'm asking myself the question, is the dream over? Is the dream over for the unknown independent musician like me, like a lot of you? Is the dream over for us to ever make money playing music? We don't have a big label behind us to promote our product. We don't have a bunch of money for marketing. And a lot of us live in, you know, stupid ass locations. Like I live in Ohio. You know, let me give you guys a little clue. If you want to make money off of music, you need to move to Nashville. You need to move to Los Angeles. You need to move to New York, because in those 3 places, that's where there are businessmen who are making money off of music. And they will look at you and they will say, you know what? I can make money off of that guy. I'm going to promote his product. I'm going to promote his music. Okay, you don't find those guys in Springfield, Ohio. That's where I'm at. Okay, not going to find those people who want to make money off of music in those kind of places. You know, a lot of people don't realize that. I don't know why. I mean, actors realize it. Actors get it. I mean, actors know if they live in bumfucked Ohio, they can't become a star. They need to go to Hollywood. Why do you need to go to Hollywood to make money in acting? I'll tell you why. Because the people who make movies that make money are in Hollywood. The people who are making money off of what you're passionate about are in Hollywood. That's why they go there. So when it comes to music, we as artists have to say, okay, where are people making money off of what I'm passionate about? Well, you can trace it all back to those 3 cities. You can look at anyone who ever got their start in Ohio or any crappy little place, and trail their career, you trace their career and where they ended up and where they got their breaks and what happened, generally it goes back to one of those three places. Those are the music capitals of the world. So, there's some exceptions. Seattle was hot there for a little while, Athens, Georgia, but generally you can trace back to this. I'm getting off topic here. Whatever. It doesn't really matter where the capitals of music are, honestly, because to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know how much longer music as a product has. I mean, I think that music as an art form is never going to die. I think that for me personally, music's almost spiritual in nature. It's touched me so much over the years. It's kept me alive. It's done so much for me over the years. But as something that you can make a living on, you know, in its current form, the current business model of it's just not there, man. It's just not there. Ask yourself how many CDs you've bought this year, or how many records you paid to download. Come on, man. People aren't doing that anymore. People aren't buying CDs. No one's gonna buy your CD. I'm not talking about your friends, okay? I'm not talking about people who are just trying to be nice and buying your CD, okay? You'll get a couple of those at your shows, but I'm talking about people who are buying your CD because they heard your song, they loved it, they have to have it, now they're gonna go buy your CD. That's who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the thousands of people who've never gotten to meet you, who are going to buy your CD because they heard your song on the radio and they love it. It's just not like that anymore, man. People hear a song on the radio, they type a few lyrics into YouTube or Google, and then they figure out what the album's called and they download it. And if they can't download it, they forget about it and they move on to something else they can download, because it seems like everyone's attention spans are shortening. So I don't know, man. That's what I wanted to talk about today. And yeah, I just get on here and play songs and stuff like that. But hey, I got stuff on my mind too. I'm sure you guys do too. But you know what, man? If you listen to this video and you're interested in some of the points I'm making, hit me up, man. Hit me up down there, and we'll shoot the shit on it. Personally, man, it's been a terrible year for me when it comes to music. I love music. It's been my life forever, man. I love music. I've bled for it. I've died for it. I've given my soul for it. I can't. I can't tell you, how much music has meant to me and how much I've given to the art. But it's just, it's at an all-time low, man. If you love music, it's at an all-time low right now, and I don't know, man. I hope it changes. I really do. I don't see how, but I just can't see it right now. I can't wrap my mind around how someone in a no-name town can make it big on music right now. I can't see it. I can't see how someone can make a living off of music right now. I could see them touring, maybe. I could see them touring and doing shows for a little bit of money here and there. But that's another thing. With the internet, no one wants to come to live shows anymore for local artists. It's like, man, I remember back in the 90s, it was really hard to get a show, but when you got one, you knew the place was going to be packed, and it was going to be sweet, and you were going to sell some tapes. Now, it's like ultra mega easy to get shows, and nobody comes to them. I don't know why. Unless people know about you because you're a national act, or they've heard about you on the radio or something. People just don't go to local shows, at least around here. I'm sure it's different, in different places. I'm talking about around Dayton, Ohio, Springfield area. I don't know, but and don't listen to me. I'm an idiot. Okay, I'm biased right now. I'm in a jaded spot, I guess you could say. But I don't know. Am I gonna continue? Hell yeah, I'm gonna continue, man. I'm writing songs for a new record right now. I've been thinking about a new record I'm gonna make. Am I gonna pay for a studio? Probably not. Because how am I gonna make money? I'm not gonna recoup, man. I'm not gonna spend $500 or $600 on recording when I'm not gonna sell very many records because no one's gonna buy them because everyone wants me to give them to them for free. I mean, no one's gonna buy my $5 record when they can download entire catalogs of records by major label artists for nothing, you know, and in minutes. I mean, my lord, it's, you know, whatever. Call me pessimistic, call me jaded, call me whatever you want. That's where I'm at on it right now. I hate the state of music today. It sucks. Things were better before the internet. And whatever. Give me a time machine. Let's go back to the 90s. Peace. Get out of here.